Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another In the OT podcast for BetHubb The New York Yankees have become extremely fed up with the comments that Reggie Jackson has made in the last 24 to 48 hours in that recent article with Sports Illustrated. If you guys haven't had a chance to read it, I strongly suggest that you do. He really rips into Alex Rodriguez and his use of steroids, pretty much calling him out for the fraud that he was during those years, and he would also go on to rip the Hall of Fame in terms of allowing some of the players in that he did not believe they were, stating that maybe the qualifications or what is required to get in is maybe just a little bit too easy, and specifically calling out the likes of a Kirby Puckett, Gary Carter, Don Sutton, Phil Niekro, and Jim Rice, believing none of them should have actually made the Hall of Fame. And obviously, anytime you make comments like this that are out of the ordinary in society, in the sports world, everyone freaks out. They want to dissect it. Why did he say this? What's the motivation? What's the purpose? How dare he? And you guys know me, I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic, and this is more of exactly what we need. So what happens now? The New York Yankees are telling him to stay away from the organization. What an absolute joke. What a travesty. What an embarrassment. Here is someone that is actually speaking from the heart, telling the truth, and just pretty much giving their own opinion, and then they have to take on a negative penalty after the fact. Unbelievable. It just goes to show once again how if you really do speak from your mind and it has some sort of negative comments towards the sport or an organization of players, the way you're just automatically reprimanded and you're pretty much banned from making comments in the future. And that's exactly what's wrong with the direction that the media is going right now, at least the mainstream anyways, because heaven forbid you were to go on a network and make those comments and you were just an anchor or a host, you'd get in a lot of trouble because of the contracts that they have with the specific sports and not wanting to piss them off, and it's just a whole chain reaction. For someone like Reggie Jackson, he doesn't have as much to lose. He's already proven himself as one of the greater baseball players of all time, and it just drives me nuts. What did he do wrong? And it'd be one thing if he made allegations that weren't actually true, and he was trying to go out there and defame someone and take away credit for something that they did and put them in a negative spotlight when they really weren't deserving of it. But how can anybody argue the comments that he made about A-Rod? It's true. He tested positive for it. He's even admitted it and gone on record. So what is the big deal if somebody points that out? It's because the Yankees need to protect their little reputation. They don't want people to remember it. They don't want them to know about it. They want to continue selling his jersey. They want to continue having people buy all the merchandise and watch it on TV. They don't want any sort of thoughts of the negativity of A-Rod and what he did. And that's why they're pissed at Reggie Jackson. And it's just such an absolute joke. Face the facts, New York Yankees. It's too damn bad, and you're going to have to settle with it if somebody decides to call him out for what really happened. And then when you talk about these all-stars here, I'm not going to sit here and tell you whether or not they are deserving, because to be honest, I don't even think that there's a legitimate actual criteria that's set out by Major League Baseball in terms of what's allowed for these guys to go in. I personally believe that all Hall of Fames have too many players in them, and it's become more of just a little bit of a show. Let's get another award show on TV for the ratings. It's more for the business of it. But at the end of the day here, it does seem like baseball allows too many in. And in my mind, if you have to think, should someone be a Hall of Famer? They shouldn't be. It should be guaranteed superstars, some of the best players of their eras, not guys that made a couple of all-star games here and there. And if that's what he's saying, then so be it. It's unbelievable the way everyone just takes such offense. They're so sensitive, the Yankees. Who cares? Big deal. You guys make so much cash anyways. It's not like it's really going to affect things all that much, that they're just so afraid of these kind of comments. It just drives me nuts. I'm sure you guys get the point now. Chat here in the OT podcast, BetHubbSportsBlog.com. I'm just going to continue to remind you guys that if you want to speak out against these big corporations in the sports world and life for that matter, be prepared to face the consequences after people wanting to, corner you out, rule you out, deny you opportunities for possibly working for them. And that's the beauty of what we have going on here at BetHubbSportsBlog.com. It's pretty liberal. I can say what I want obviously within reason and be able to speak my mind, and that's why I've always been a big fan of doing things the independent way, so I don't have to worry about a suit tapping me on the shoulder the next morning and say, hey, you can't really say that. We have this sponsor to protect. We don't want you to offend that guy. The list goes on.